Hello there, my Sagittarius collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius. It's not personal. So, what the fuck, Sagittarius? What do you got going on here? Feels like more work vibes. Call on your joy guides. I think you had this before, didn't you? Sagittarius? The tower vibes? I feel like you need to kind of just go with the flow for a minute and just have some fun. So, some of y'all need to shake off that energy that you don't need. Some mindfulness here, Sagittarius. I feel like this brings about like more clarity with you than anything else. Do watch your favorite astrologer as well. So if you're paying attention to the vibes, some of y'all take what's yours, leave what's not. Now's not the time to get overwhelmed. Some of you are picking up way too many secondary vibes. So cleanse your energy, right? Cleanse your energy. Page of Pentacles there with the Three of Swords. Oy, not a good vibe. God, there. This is like my Earth Angel Sagittarius is, right? The empaths out there. Earth Angels. So, damn Sagittarius. Mindfulness here when it comes to the sort of vibes you're picking up on. Take what's yours and leave what's not. A lot of you, it's probably secondary energy. So, mindfulness. I almost feel like there's a lot of relationships or partnerships kind of falling apart around you, Sagittarius. And you're just kind of in the middle there. So some of you, it's way too secondary with you. It's always dream girls or showgirls energy with you. I don't know why the fuck that is, Sagittarius, but it's like the group dynamic. It's the group dynamic. The Seven of Swords, there at the Temperance Angel. Damn. You're definitely attracting a lot of attention, and some of you, it's not like positive vibes. So mindfulness there. Definitely mindful of the Pisces influence, so watch your favorite astrologer. And see how that's going to kind of filter into your astrology as well. It's a lot of unknown. And some of you, it's just way too much for the secondary energy. Maybe some of y'all are paying more attention to like the earth weather. So, or you could be doing some Reiki. You could be doing some energy work or focusing on like it is like the power positivity. It's cheesy as fuck, but it kind of is that vibe. Sagittarius. If you're praying Sagittarius, stay prayed up. There's the Nine of Wands. You probably have your favorite scripture that guides you. Yeah, there's an upgrade in energy. Some of you, it is like totally not yours. So this is almost like ground floor energy versus you who's like getting the opportunities for advancement. Shake it off. Go have some fun. Some of you may be doing some energy clearing work, some Reiki, or just some simple meditations. And focus on like the more positive. So more like overcoming obstacles instead of staying stuck or stagnant in. So mindfulness here, even if you're a praying Sagittarius, right? Woo. Leo vibes. I feel like retrograde was good for you. I feel like retrograde was good for you and Geminis. Sagittarius. So... The Hangman, the Two of Swords. Yeah, too much unnecessary. Good creative vibes. Over the Knight of Cups is the Eight of Wands. A lot of peace, love, and light energy is definitely being sent your way. But I feel like you receive it because that's the sort of vibe that you're sending out. So, some of you, I feel like you're happily single. Or if you're wanting to date, this is almost like that good vibe with that. So if you're dating, mindful, especially if you're on like the dating apps, a lot of cross-watcher energy with you. Some of you are going to realize that relationship or partnership that didn't work out actually like freed you up to find like the perfect partner or the perfect relationship. And that's sort of that secondary energy with you. Definitely feel like there's a lot of relationships or partnerships falling apart around you, whether this is work, love, life energy that you don't need to be paying attention to. Yeah, especially the Leo energy there with you. So, damn, King of Wands, right? Those of you that stayed single during Leo season or retrograde or Mercury retrograde or just mindfulness with whatever your sort of beliefs or philosophies are here. Sagittarius, how many of you have lit like a the little Catholic candles, right? Mother Mary vibes, Judas vibes. Those of you that buy the movie stars, your favorite movie star. Whatever your sort of inspiration is here, Sagittarius. Because, damn, that upgrade is definitely coming in for you. And for some of you, a very fun and unique way. I definitely feel that. But you got to get out of your feels with something. Some of you definitely mindfulness of that overwhelming. So your Pisces placement, or definitely mindful of how Pisces is going to influence your astrology. So, damn Sagittarius. Look, I don't know what you got going on, but the power of positivity with you and just focusing on like simple, basic things. Some of you, it's way too much externals, so don't overwhelm yourself. So if you're somebody that gets overwhelmed really easily by media or different things like that, mindfulness here when it comes to sort of what you're partaking in. A lot of cleansing work. Some of you focusing on grounded work as well. Reiki and chakra healing with you. Some of y'all just positive prayers. You've been in this energy for a while. So with the 8 of Wands there, the King of Wands there with the 9 of Wands. So there was some mindfulness here. I definitely feel like your heart chakra is open. So for some of you, this could be that indecision as to whether or not to date, which is rather interesting with you. Some of you, those relationships or partnerships that didn't happen, you're going to be thanking God that they didn't, because a lot of those are kind of falling apart. Work group dynamics with you, life energy with you, Sagittarius. I feel like your energy is, some of you, it's just way too fucking messy anyway. So some of you, this is learning to compartmentalize. Grounded and focused energy, a lot of like 4 of Pentacle vibes with you. So head chakra, throat chakra, root chakra. Definitely prayers of like overcoming instead of just the sort of stuck stagnant energy. I always feel like it's either hellfire or brimstone with you, or our God is a loving God. I don't, some of you need to find like the perfect sort of balance in between. So you could be going through something on a spiritual vibe here, Sagittarius as well. I know a lot of you don't like to hear that relationship or partnership was going to be toxic, but some of you are going to be thanking God that relationship or partnership didn't work out because of the toxicity that was within that sort of connection. It's like showgirls energy and dream girls vibes with you. That's how it feels with your energy. So take what's yours, leave what's not, and there you go. Let's see what else you got going on here. Way too much secondary vibes. So definitely mindfulness when it comes to that. So be positive. Your effortless effort is fully required. 12, this is like hangman energy. Some of y'all are earning some good karmic credit by focusing on what is important, by looking at things differently. Some of you, a lot of shit has been counterintuitive as well. So those of you Sagittariuses that have been praying like, why God, why? And then you don't quite understand or paying attention to what you need to be paying attention to. So I feel like you avoided a lot of tower moment energy. But when you look back, you're going to be thankful that you invested that time, energy, and attention into yourself instead of a relationship or partnership. This is religion, philosophy, however your sort of outlook is, that switches everything the fuck up. Some of you, a lot of sort of toxic codependencies, but you avoided a lot of those. I don't know if this is work life related with you or romance related with you. Some of y'all, if it's church energy, because I almost feel like trouble in the church house vibes with you as well. So you could be going through something on a religious level here, Sagittarius. Or some of you with regard to relationships or partnerships around you. I feel like so much of this is like secondary vibes with you, Sagittarius. But everyone kind of just wants to sort of dump that energy on you. So mindfulness with your media. Mindfulness with your self-talk as well. definitely far more positive self-talk energy here when it comes to you. Claim your boundaries, 24. Ooh, 6 energy. Which is Gemini vibes. Yeah, look at this. Take what's yours and leave what's not. Be mindful of all that secondary shit that isn't yours. So, energy work, Reiki, anything like that. It's like the power of positivity with you. Name your higher self. 8, which is a Hermit or Leo vibes. So, Leo season. You get met with a lot of opposition, but whenever you get this much opposition, Sagittarius, that usually means you're pulling some pretty strong energy. So this is that sort of mindfulness here. So what are you doing? I figured it almost seems like you figured something out that works out really good for you. So maybe you switched up your prayers or the healing work. There's far more mindfulness. Some of you all more positive self-talk instead of staying like stuck or stagnant. Especially if you've ever come from that why God why energy. It's like if you're going to go to that sort of extreme with it, are you like paying attention? So if you're praying for guidance, are you paying attention? So I feel like some of you have learned to pay attention and some of you can stay sort of stuck not paying attention. This all comes down to you just making like smart choices. Focusing more on you, more power, positivity. Mindfulness with regard to who's in your energy. Or some of you, the sort of energy that you allow around you. So mindfulness with whatever media, whatever sort of interactions you got going on. Some of y'all, your philosophies and your beliefs. I feel like you got this sort of inspiration, which allowed you to kind of go from sort of stuck, stagnant, not very fertile energy into like a really abundant energy here. But this is like the boring part. So some of you are in that sort of boring energy. Do watch your favorite astrologer because astrologically this is like good retrograde vibes. And whatever your sort of beliefs and philosophies are when it comes to retrograde. A lot of you that stopped dating or those of you that just kind of pulled your energy back during retrograde. I definitely feel like something was counterintuitive to you. And for some of you, I feel like you almost stumbled a little bit when it comes to that sort of counterintuitiveness. Especially if you consider yourself like empathic. You can take in all this energy. And some of you figuring out what's yours and figuring out what's not. Some of you, it's almost a little bit science-based as well. So if you're looking at anything that sort of kind of deals with like the energy, some of you could definitely be looking at Reiki or your aura cleansing. Everything is like grounded and rooted in something that's like tangible. So making sure that you focus on that. The power of positivity with you as well. So there's kind of some stagnant energy. It's almost like Virgo vibes, but it was to your betterment. Especially if you come out of that why God why energy. Because damn, it's like mindfulness here. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that was counterintuitive and you just have to trust it or you had to learn to trust it. Which made all the difference. Some of you it brings about better. Some of you, this is like, I love the Gemini vibes with you. This card's a little overly passionate, but Gemini is your opposite there on the Zodiac. So some of y'all, maybe your moon node switched up. But, what's the Garth Brooks song? Some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. So how many of those relationships or partnerships that you thought you had to have in your life have now fallen the fuck apart? And you avoided all that sort of energy by pulling attention back on yourself here, Sagittarius. The fact that showgirls or dream girls with you, kind of some of you had just way too much fucking going on. So some of y'all, it's like you had way too many subplots going on within like the main thing and it was just messy as fuck. But the main thing is you weren't like the center of the whole attention there. It was all secondary vibes with you. So some of you, this allows you to be the star in your own life. A lot of temptation energy when it comes to you too, Sagittarius. So what's the sort of vibe? What kind of relationships are you wanting? What's the sort of focus on codependency when it comes to you? The fact you pull the Hierophant there and the Capricorn, these two go together. Because they just do. You can't have one without the other. Oh. Interesting, interesting. Some of you, relationships or partnerships. Damn. Over top of that, yeah. Some of you are going to realize you made the right choice. Some of you aren't seeing it yet. So this is a go with the flow, trust your instincts, trust your intuition here. Some of y'all way too much secondary vibes. So anything that focuses energy back on you, this is a good Seven of Wands vibe. So mindfulness here. Some of you, this is like the boring part. I almost feel like astrologically, this was like the boring part for you to kind of do the work that you needed to do. Plant the seeds to grow, to bring abundance and better options and better opportunities into your life. Some of you just good old positive self-talk and making smart choices. And mindfulness here. I feel like you've got plenty of critics, so leave the critiquing to someone else. Focus more on you. Some of you, this should be so easy, depending upon what your sort of viewpoint was. Especially if you have rules of retrograde or whatever your sort of religion, philosophy, or beliefs are when it comes to retrograde and all that fun stuff astrologically that some pay attention to and some don't. I love your energy here, Sagittarius. But damn, some of you, you can stay stuck or stagnant. You can stay stuck or stagnant. Especially if you were ever one of those why God why type vibes. I feel like if you didn't believe before, some of y'all are going to understand it. These two like coexist together. So some of you, I feel like finding that sort of happy medium. Especially those of you that go from hellfire and brimstone to our God is a loving God, but not like the perfect sort of combination of two. So it's not all good, it's not all bad, it's just a balanced energy. So there could be a little bit of philosophy when it comes to you, Sagittarius. I mean, for fuck's sake, there's so much on this. Take what's yours and leave what's not. What have you been paying attention to? What's your sort of vibes? Some of you learned to switch it up. So maybe you've learned a few new songs or learned a few new psalms or learned a few new proverbs or learned to look at things from a different perspective. This is like We Are the Champions from Queen vibes. So maybe you need to listen to that and let that be your sort of song of inspiration, Sagittarius. I feel like astrology kept you stuck for a reason. So some of you kind of paid attention to it, and others of you, you're still like, there's still some sort of mucky energy. I feel like a lot of relationships or partnerships are falling apart. So you're going to realize that you made the smart choice by focusing on you. I feel like there is better options and better opportunities. This is like rewards energy for going through, but it's not time yet. It's not time yet. So keep doing the work. Take what's important. Leave what's not. Some of you, it's so secondary energy. So, I mean, mindfulness on that. Quite overwhelming yourself. It just kind of is what it is. So some of you could definitely be going through maybe a sort of religious awakening or looking at things from a different perspective. Anyone that's sort of religious or spiritual has to, at some point in time, you go through this sort of vibe where you find that sort of happy medium, how things work. Maybe some of y'all are studying the Bible, taking some Bible school classes or lessons or teaching. Good karmic energy here. But damn. It's not an easy energy for you as well. So stay focused. Stay focused, Sagittarius. I know some of y'all have been there. Focus on the positive. So this is like that counterintuitiveness energy with you. A lot of flexibility with regard to you as well, Sagittarius. So for some of you, that sort of brings about like different sort of options and opportunities. Some of you far better than you could even imagine, and some of you realizing that that was the wrong choice and you avoided making the wrong decision. Amen, right? Good luck, God bless, take what's yours, and leave what's not, Sagittarius. Peace, love, and light. We are the champions. Listen to that song. I feel like that's probably what you should be focusing on. Earth Angel vibes. Peace, love, and light. Like, share, subscribe, Sagittarius.